Check one, two. Check one, two. Let me try turning that gain down a little bit. Always been all the way up. Let's turn it down just a smidge. Check one, two. Oops. Alright, I think we're good to get started. Good evening. We're doing something a little bit off tonight, a little bit different. Something I did not expect to do. Well, not I didn't expect. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but you know what? Why not? It's like, I've always really liked this game, so I figured it'd be fun to talk about. So what this is a game called Gems of War. Apparently it's from 2014. Or 2014. No, I said that right. Wow, brains weren't working. Okay. This is from 2014. It is a puzzle game. It's a match 3 game, and you have dudes and you fight, and we'll go through that here in a little bit, but it's always struck me as being just generally looking one of the most generic things on the planet. Like what I feel like when I look at this is those PC games that still come in a cardboard box, and they're at Staples and Office Max. And no one ever picks these damn things up, because it's like Peggle, Bejeweled, Columns, the stuff that Germa enjoys playing, like Chocolatier. It's those games that are fun, but they always have an art style that's just like the most reminiscent of like corporate sanitary safe art that you've ever seen. Like it looks like high quality clip art, kind of, that kind of thing. Like look at my fucking dude. Like, just look at him, right? That's the default man you get here. He's so grudging. I don't know how to describe him. But when I first started playing this game, I played it on my Switch Lite, because I just got it because I think Animal Crossing was coming out, and I really wanted to play with my friends, and I wanted to try Warframe on the Switch, because that was kind of an interesting idea at the time, was you couldn't play Warframe mobile yet. And this game just happened to be on like one of the few free games that was on Nintendo Store on the Switch. So I picked it up, and again, it looks like nothing. It looks bland. It looks like this is the most boring game on the planet, but it's actually incredibly depth. It's like not words are failing tonight. I'm sorry. It's got an incredible amount of depth. It's very easy to get sunk into, and your decisions on how you manage your dudes really matters. It really is, despite looking like a generic schlocky mobile game from the 2010s, it is one of the most unique ones I've ever played. And I've played more than a few of them. Like we've all played match 3 games. Like every one of us has that like that desperate time where we have at least one. You know, like the Best Fiends. Trying to remember like. Royal Kingdom, is that one of them? Like, that's one of the ones I always see like a ad for. I think Macaulay Culkin did an ad for that. I don't even know. Like, it looks dumb. Like, it looks like one of those games, and you go in and you look at the comments. It's like, this is nothing like the commercial I saw. You know, like it's one of those. Like, fuck, I'm forgetting words. But there's a whole kind of like collection of mobile games throughout the years I've tried, and I've kind of got like a nice little set now of games where the gameplay may be boring or the gameplay may be like banal, but the character development, the unit development is really, really fun. You know, and that's what really keeps you coming back. Like, by the way, I'm not fucking not sponsored by these guys. I have no idea who they are. They have no idea who I am. I don't even know who made this fucking game. And same with anything I mention or anyone I mention. I'm not sponsored. I have no fucking money. I'm broke. I get no money from anyone, so don't worry about that shit. But like Raid Shadow Legend, I've always thought, like, despite all of the invasive quantities of ads they used to try and get YouTubers to sponsor, it was a decent game. Now, the gameplay itself was very boring. I didn't care for it. It's just extremely generic turn-based RPG. But the character development was so engaging to me that I would put it on auto fight when I used to play and run through my daily tickets and then just have a lot of fun tinkering with my dudes. You know, it's a very much it's a your guy game. If you like your guy games and your dudes games, that like this is a good game for you. So where to begin here? I think we'll just do we'll do a demonstration of how the actual mechanics work, because this is always something that really brought me back to this one. So, very brief summaries. You've got your dudes on the left. That's your you have 4 slots, and then the enemy dudes on the right, and they have 4 spots for 4 party members. The way this game works is you take turns matching gems, and they fall down, and then you see those skulls there. Those will do damage based on the little crossed swords in the corner. So if you look at a character, like this thing is my fortress gate. Little crossed swords is 3, that's attack. The shield is armor, and then the heart is health. Those are the 3 main ones, and then over here we have a skill. So you've got that. It's the typical kind of you fill the right color, you get to do something kind of thing. You also see there's a little crystal ball right below the picture. That's actually the magic skill, and that will increase that little purple number in the thing. So the higher the Fortress Gate's magic skill is, the higher the amount of armor it gets back will be. You know, very basic. Over here are traits, and as you unlock these are like passive things that can happen. They're actually they're really fucking good. They're incredibly important. This guy, not so much. I only really wanted reinforced. Impervious is just kind of dumb, you know. The only thing I'd have to worry about was like Devour, but Devour really actually works. So you'll take a turn, and then the computer will take a turn, and you'll go back and forth and back and forth. And the fun thing about this game is it's really almost a 3-player thing here, right? Because the computer's also having to play by the rules of the board. So if I get lucky and get a 4 or 5 gem link, I get an extra turn. That means I get to go again. Yeah, I mean, why would I explain what extra turn is? Jesus. And then those mana surge things happen. That just means I get a little bit more of the color to fill up my skill gauge thing, you know. So what you see happening, because there's ways to manipulate how many gems or what color gems, what have you, both you or the computer can be either really lucky or really unlucky. You can and it works both ways. You can go into a fight completely underpowered. And there is a certain extent to this. Like, you'll notice my health and armor numbers and attack numbers are a lot higher than the computer's. That's just because this difficulty is low, right? But you can go into higher difficulty things with your underwear and come out the luckiest guy on the planet, and you may just win. But it could go the other way. You could take your best dudes in against fucking nobodies, and the computer can get really lucky, and you lose. Now, I want to point out, too, this game, and I'm not saying this facetiously, I am not saying it to be controversial. I'm saying it as a player who's been playing this game since like 2018 or something. This game fucking cheats. Alright? It fucking cheats. The game knows what's going to get loaded down when the gems fall. The game will make moves as if it knows, right? It's got premeditated knowledge. Now, you also see what's going on with these little brown gems here. They keep, like, throbbing. I guess that's a bad word, but that is a suggestion. That's the game trying to give me a suggestion to move along in case I can't see a pair. Now, this game, you can't pass your turn. You can either use an ability or match a gem, but something has to happen. Sometimes the board will only have one match left, and then it'll shuffle everything. And boy howdy, the amount of times where I have been the one to get the last one, and then the computer gets a really good fucking combo and clears the entire board and wipes me out because the board got shuffled. It's a suspiciously high amount of times that's happened to me. So it's a scummy little cheater pumpkin eater. But generally, this is a very fun game. I play this all the time on my spare time. And again, it's very much your guys' thing, you know. And there is a huge selection of stuff. Like, you could have anyone and anything in a party. It's a wonderfully, like, just the amount of stuff you could do with this is really fun. Let's go ahead and clear out the greens. This is just demonstration purposes. This is my treasure hunting team, so it's not particularly fast because we're just trying to get her to use this ability. And the only thing we really care about here is that 20% chance to get a treasure map, which I think we got one. Yeah, treasure map, it's this, you can't see it. It's right in the top right. There's 3 like little rows. There's gold, souls, and treasure maps. It's that little scroll with the red band around it. And so we actually managed to get one. And I'll talk about treasure maps in a second here. The game's telling me... Yeah, let's try and let the game cheat. let's invite disaster here. Why don't we? Oops. One whole damage. This is gonna go kind of slow. I didn't. There's nothing really here to do damage. The wall can barely do anything, and the wall can do a lot more than it's supposed to because I've got it boosted up by a lot. Oh no. Music's pretty good in this too. It's very atmospheric. Ooh, these guys are fun. These are exploding gems. These 5 skulls here. They not only deal +5 damage, but they also blow up all the surrounding gems around you. So it's very easy to make a lot of things happen at once with that. Like that. And again, the scummy little cheater got it. You gotta be like, this is a great game if you're really good at like chess or thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead. I am not, so I will often set myself up for failure. The game's telling me this big 5+ thing is worth doing, which it is. But we only really get the extra turn. We don't get the mana surge because we have nothing blue on our team. Yeah. There's kind of an incentive to just like, you don't want to leave skulls available, and you don't want to leave Connect 4s available, because the enemy, like, they're always going to go for those. There's no reason to never not go for those immediately like that. You can see just how many, like, how long these can keep going, you know? Alright, we need to burn this before we lose, because we're probably going to lose somehow. Yep, there goes the wall. So you see my, I guess I should explain what these abilities do. This Poison Bird, which I really like, haven't even leveled it up at all. It's just, he's here. He's only here to make green gems, which is to help, what's her name? Tiri fill up her ability to get more treasure maps. That's it. And he can kind of bounce off himself a couple times, like you just saw. It made more green gems, which made more matches, which refilled it. You know, kind of a fun thing. You just kind of like roll them over and over. The brownie also is just here to make purple gems because she uses purple. That like the whole point of this team is just make as many treasure maps as possible. And we're gonna do it again. No treasure map. What were we doing? So I always play with this with the sound off. So sometimes a sound will catch me on unawares.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
This should fill both, yeah. Oh no, not the brownie. Yeah, I don't see any connect for us, so we are going to actually let the brownie do something for a change.
Mana surge.
Yeah, you can see how quickly connect 3 or 4s and 5s just pop up.
Mana surge.
You got 2 treasure maps now. Sorry, this isn't particularly riveting. Because again, this is not a team designed to actually win. It's just a team to harvest. Oh, that's actually good. She actually has some attack. It's just a team to harvest treasure maps. That's it. I'll farm them. She's the bird.
Mana surge.
Mana surge. No, put her back. I liked her being in front. I could actually kill something. Oh. Okay. Well, that's kind of a demonstration. The basics of how the game works. Oh, I didn't get my treasure map. Shit. I was supposed to lose. Oh, well. Pick that up real quick here. Nice. And we can kind of go into a little bit more of like how you evolve things or equip things. So let's look at Tiri here. You can see level up. And we use these things called souls. You know, what a soul is. But they're these kind of bubble-looking things up here, right? And you... Normally, you get them very, 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 very slowly. If you only ever did battles, you only get one for defeating one opponent. So, at max, you can get 4 out of 1 battle. Luckily, there's other ways to get them. Usually, they're like the story modes have them available. You can open treasure chests, those other kinds of shit. And then more upgrades here. To unlock traits, we need these things called trait stones, and there's one for each kind. There's like each color, and then there's like different kinds. And you do those by doing explorations. This game basically, functionally, is single player. There is PvP, but it's one of those typical ones where it's like you make a team and you put your team, like you register it as a defending team, and then you go fight other people's defending teams. You know, it's functionally just single player, which is great. I like it, and there's more than enough for you here. But let's look at a team. Let's look at my main squad here, the Spire squad. You can see it's significantly bigger. And it has lots and lots of bonuses here. You know, normally these guys are not the best ever. Ogre is a lot of times a character that a lot of people will just completely ignore. He's a jobber for the first, like the opening tutorial world, which is the Broken Spire, which he's from. So looking kind of a little bit more at the layout. So you've got his name, you've got where he's from, which is Broken Spire. You've got his stats. There's a 6 in the blue, which means you need 6 mana, 6 blue mana to use his ability. His level, which we just talked about. Those stars underneath that is his rarity, so he's common. or I think rare as this game will generously call him. And then he's got a type, he's a giant. So he's a giant from a blue giant from Broken Spire. And you've got once you have those things, you get these bonuses. You see them flashing through here. So I'm going to cycle back through. So 4 unique giant troops, 2 different things for the Kingdom of Spire, the Broken Spire, which I spec'd into. And then you've also got his traits. So if you look at his ability, Boulder, it's weak. It's basically shit. It's one of the worst abilities in the game. You just explode 1 gem, then you've got the little rule up there that explains what that does. Destroys a gem and all 8 gems around it. Skulls deal 1 damage, but only 50% of damage generates. So it's the board is 64. It's 8 by 8. The chances of you actually hitting one thing you really needed are minuscule. The damage you do and the mana you generated is minimal. It's basically just to do something. There are times where you don't want to be the one to make the last match and have the board shuffle, or you don't really want to open up. Like, there are times where you don't want to make a match and leave something even worse for the computer to use, like a match 5 skull or something. You know, there's times where you have to kind of just like fib your way out of it, and this is a good ability for that. It fills quickly, it does virtually nothing, and at the very most, it might give you a couple combos. But that's it, you know. It may make a few more matches for you. Where his unique abilities really shine over here in the traits. So you can see he's got 43 life and 9 armor. He's pretty beefy. He's beginning to show his age now, as we're kind of progressing into the higher difficulty fights. But basically, you can assume he's going to take a couple hits. So Frenzy, he gains more attack when he's hit. And then he gets life on 4 or 5 matches. So hypothetically, you could have this endless cycle of him getting more damage, or taking damage, regaining life, and gaining more attack over and over and over. Now, it's a pretty slow process, and he's not really doing the greatest, but he's a wonderful kind of stall. He's usually up front, which is where he is right now, because he takes a lot of hits and he deals a lot of damage before falling out. We haven't gotten Ogre Fury open yet, but that's the last one I need, and he'll be even worse then for that. So yeah, he's my dude. The only thing I can really do left from right now, besides I just need that 1 water trait stone for him to get Ogre Fury. He's at max level right now, and the only way to increase that would be to get more copies of him, which means I have to just open more treasure chests. You get keys while you play. You'll do a match every once in a while, and you'll get a gold key, or gold chest key. I'll show you those here in a minute. But I've had a real hard time on this particular playthrough. I've had a real fucking hard time in general with this playthrough. Just getting Broken Spire troops. They just don't want to. They don't want to drop for some reason. I don't know why. Let's talk about this guy too. Etten is my favorite right now, because him in combination with something like Ogre, like we just talked about, really, really, really makes it easy to completely wipe out teams. As you can see, he's a giant. He's from Broken Spire, so we're getting the same bonuses. All 4 of my party members are giants from Broken Spire. So those bonuses are definitely working. His ability, Sunder, you destroy 1 column, so that's going straight up and down, and creates 4 skulls for every purple gem. Now, this sounds good until you realize that on the 8x8 board, where you can have at maximum, I think, 4 gems that are purple, which means you make 16 maximum skulls. The good thing is when that happens, you're going to get at least maybe 1, maybe 2 matches if you're lucky. So it's just a really good way, like, of completely wiping the board out. I'll show you this off in a few minutes here. There's been times where I just completely wiped the entire board off just because of him. Because it works effectively, like, if you already have a lot of skulls already on the board. That's really where the key is, you know. If you can get a really good column with a lot of purple in it while the board's already filled, then you can it just keeps cascading. And then he's got a lot of the very same traits that Ogre did. Big, Ogre Fury. He's actually got all 3 open because it was very easy for me to get the trait stones for him. I like Empowered. Empowered just means he can use his ability immediately, which is okay. I've found it's kind of wanting. It's not nearly as good as you think it is. Just because whenever I start a battle, it's like you get maybe 3 purple gems in a column. That's not that long, you know. Stone Giant, we don't really need to talk about. He's been on my team for a while. He's just not really showing his weight, you know. He's the only guy that on my previous team. I had a previous Broken Spire team. I can put together and show off. But he's really the only one left I was using, and honestly, he's only here because he's a giant from Broken Spire. Like, that's it. He's at the bottom because he's not the most important guy ever. And his ability just isn't that great. Destroy all brown gems, deal 11 damage boosted by gems destroyed. And that just means, like, maybe 14 or 15 damage, you know, which again, it can be good, you know, 14 or 15 damage, but to a random enemy is not very effective, and at higher levels it's pretty inconsequential. And then I've got Big and Giant Bond on him, but Stone Skin would kind of allow him to be a good frontman, but he's just kind of here. If I was going to replace anybody, it's probably going to be him next. All right. Now here's another really unique thing about this game, that I've not really ever seen in any game, period. My last teammate here is me, my character. Your character, the guy you play, can participate in the battle. Now, he's not a monster per se. He gets like a stat line applied to him. But instead of that, you use weapons. And you can see here, we've got troops, we've got weapons. And these are all the things that you... Whoops. Did not mean to do that. These are all the things that you can use, right? So I've got an ability, I've got bonuses, I've got the same bonuses everybody else is getting, because again, we're all giants from Broken Kingdom. Broken Kingdom is my kingdom that I decided to do because I like the story and plot line behind it. The game's actually got a pretty engaging plot. It's told through these like comic book panels and dialogue. That's it. But it's not bad writing, really. I like Luther, our kind of like mentor figure. We help him conquer the Broken Spire, and then we get to it's our starting kingdom. And he's pretty compelling. So you see we have a thing there. An ability. We've got traits that I haven't unlocked yet. Then we've got this stuff over here, right? Warlord. So on top of being owning the kingdom, you can also have a class, and my class that I've chosen is the one from Broken Spire, which is Warlord. It's a Broken Spire themed team. And that is kind of like, it's got its own level. So it's almost like another layer of another troop on top of what you already have, right? There's a level, there's traits. These are separate for the other ones, by the way. These are not the same traits, I think. Maybe they are, I don't know. But you can kind of see where things are beginning to stack up here. No, I don't want to do that, sorry. Gain 3 attack when dealing skull. Gain 1 attack when taking damage. Let's see. Here's the class info. Gem Mastery, I think, is how, if I'm understanding it correctly, I'm not entirely sure, you get bonus mana when you match gems, right? So I can match 3, and instead of, like, 3 fire, for instance, and instead of getting 3 mana, I'll get, like, 6, or something like that. Something to that effect. I'm not entirely sure. But the weapon I have is unlocked from winning 250 times as the warlord. Then we've got this talent tree thing here, which is a little bit also unique. These are, again, more traits, more bonuses, more passive bonuses applied on top of each other. So we've got 4 extra attack. We've got gain 2 attack when taking damage. So that will also, I believe, stack with frenzy. So we'll be taking 3. We'll be gaining 3 attack each time we're hit. And then 3 magic if using an axe. So we're using the axe because we get that 3 extra magic, and that axe is what we unlocked. So this is like a comprehensively put together. It's like a cube of a team, you know? And it's really fucking good. Let me show that off there. So you see these things around here. Here's the Broken Spire I keep talking about. It's a home kingdom. And there's all sorts of things you can do here. You can level the kingdom up, which means you invest money in it, and you get, again, more bonuses. There's Earth Mastery. You unlock some troopers, which is good, because sometimes you just don't pull them out of the fucking chests, like I said. We got Stone Giant from here. And then there are team bonuses, which is those stat bonuses that we saw. And once we get 55 grand, ooh, this is hot. What the fuck is this hot for? We'll get tier 3, which I'm not really sure what that's going to entail. Then there's this, which I actually don't. What the hell are these? Okay, just gives you more stuff per day. This is the kingdom's power levels. And you have to unlock them by doing certain things. Right now I'm stuck here. Unlock 3 traits on 4 Broken Spire troops. Because that hinges on exploration, which we'll talk about here in a second. There's also trials. And these trials are like pre-selected fights. I can kind of show it off here. So your team will be picked for you. And the problem here is they're at the base level. So if I don't have a Shigra, I don't have a Sulfuric Slime, I have Taraxis, but I don't have a Volcanic Golem. So the only one on that team that's actually properly leveled is Taraxis, right? Everyone else is at a really low level. And these guys are really fucking strong. Like, they're all level 20, right? So this is kind of where we're going into, like, you can be really fucking lucky, or like at level 5. You can be as lucky as you want, but after a certain point, it's going to be less and less relevant.
Mana surge.
Mana surge. It's eventually going to come back to bite you. You know, like so. This is Tyraxis. Let me talk about Tyraxis. This used to be my my head man here. Deals 5 damage to all enemies. Transform blue gems to brown to boost the effect. So, if we use this right now, he'll be doing 11 to everybody, and removing all. Well, he'd be turning all the blue gems to brown. That works really well for if you have a lot of brown troops. It fills their mana quickly. Not very good if you have blue troops because you're removing all of that. What's his match for anywhere? So Tyraxis is a really good case of a it's just making noises. I don't know the fuck make noises. He's a good example of a unit that's strong in the beginning, but as soon as you get to these guys, like doing 11 damage to them, like doing 11 damage to a team that's level 5 wipes half to a third, or half to 3/4 of them. Doing 11 damage to these guys will maybe strip the armor off most of them, and that's it. You know, it's not really going to do much. So, oh, it's this trace triggering. Okay. Again, I don't remember what any of the sound effects sound like. So you've got like you're gonna have these troops that you've used for and really like, but just can't really justify keeping around anymore. And that's where I'm at now. I've swapped my damage team out to a almost entirely skull-based team because lots and lots and lots of skulls deals a lot more damage. Oh shit, she's been full this whole time, hasn't she? And I've just screwed myself. I've just killed myself. And that's how quickly the luck can change. Yeah, let me talk about Magma Golem real quick before we die. Magma or Volcanic Golem is one I like. I'm not going to use him right now because he's not a giant. But Magma Barrier is really, 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 really annoying when it's really, really, really strong. Like right now, he's like what? Level 5, okay? And he's got no magic. Gaining 3 life and armor. 3 life and armor means 6 effective HP added on, okay? Then these traits, reducing skull damage by 50%. It makes him a really, really, really hard tank. Gain extra or gain bonus from red. He's good on a team that I have a lot of interest in, but again, I can't pull Broken Spire troops for the fucking life of me. So I want a burning team. You see, burning troops take 3 damage per turn. There's a cumulative 10% chance to recover each time. I don't really know what that means. Cumulatively recovering. It's a really good amount of damage. It seems to stack too. I can't guarantee it because there seems to be nowhere actually where this is written down. But I believe each instance of burn cumulatively will stack. So instead of 3 per turn, it could be like 6 or 9. Alright. And there's also like each status effect in this game has a way to build off it too. Like if this is this, then it does triple damage. Like I don't know if anyone does that. No, you don't. You don't. What do you do? Drain 12 mana. Oh, that's actually really good. That basically stops them from actually being able to use their ability. That's actually, I love draining mana. Is he a giant? Yeah, ooh. Oh, he's red too. I need him. I need Orgrak. Can I actually pull this off? Let's see if I can use this ability before I die. Nope. Bouldered. The one time bold is useful. So yeah, that's kind of the issue with trials. After a certain point, if you don't have those specific troopers developed, you're just kind of stuck there for a while. Hey Rob, I'm playing a generic mobile game tonight. So exploring is where the real fucking money hits the road here, right? Explore just basically means you do generic fights against these generic enemies from this area. So if we're in the Broken Spire and we're exploring, all we're gonna fight is Broken Spire troops, like we just saw, right? You just saw 4 and 4 go at it. And you'll do 4 fights, do a mini boss, get some of those fucking little gold, like blue shards there, and then do it again and do it again until you open up the boss, and then you get a reward. Okay, and while you're fighting, you get these trait stones. And let's just go ahead. We'll do difficulty 2 and take out a Spire Squad. Just so you kind of get to see what my actual team looks like. Alright, now I want you to look at the board right now. Remember we talked about Etten, right? And how he will make skulls based on that column. We've got a column of 4 lined up, ready to go. So let's go ahead and nail that real quick here. Boom, look at that. And the first guy's up is a volcanic golem, so we have to kill this motherfucker. It's imperative he dies. Because every time he uses his ability, he gains... Let's see. So that one was level 5. This one's level 18. He's gaining 10 life and armor. That's 20 total every fucking time. And burning people. He's really fucking good. Oh, there's no Prometheus. I would love to have a Prometheus here. There's another one that burns them all. So this is 6 and then burns all. So this is a team that's heavily set up to apply a lot of burn damage around. Oh, bummer, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Well, hopefully the night goes quickly for you. Let's see here. Oh, and again, he's stone skinned, so he's taking less damage. But you kind of see how this just keeps piling on. So there you go. He's toast. I'm kind of hoping that Ogre will die, because I want my dude to like step up to the plate here. You see how he's got a little bit more HP than everybody. Normally when you play this with just about any other team, you're very cognizant of the matches you're making and the colors you want. This one, I don't really care. The only one I want to fill up is Etten. And all we need is like Etten to fill up and then some purples on the board. And that's all we really need to do. Other than that, we just need a bunch of skulls. It wants me to know that green. I guess we could take it. Stone Golem could use that. Yeah. Oh, and there we got shuffled. And look at that. They went ogre, but now we get to play with our main guy. And I'm excited for that. Go ahead and use this. What we've got. So boosted up to a whole 14 damage to somebody. Would have killed the Traxxas, except it didn't. Oh good, look, another set of 4. Thanks.
James is on the exact opposite side of the bed. He's upside down on his bed. His head is down there by the feet.
How do you manage that?
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah, he's funny.
Sure is. Yeah, this guy's got stone skin too. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh, we got a treasure map. Somehow. So that's kind of the meat and potatoes when you don't have anything else really to do. You just do a lot of exploration, you get a lot of trade stones, and you hopefully eventually pick them up. Now, the reason why our guys aren't actually developed, like Ogre's still missing one, and Stone Giant's still missing one, and I have none, is that you need very specific ones, and you can't actually get those unless you go to certain places. So that blue one there, right? That blue... God, can I... trait stone. We can look in our inventory. And this kind of just shows you everything, which is pretty nice. Here's the trait stones here. It shows you where you can get them. And it turns out you can only get them from certain places. So Stormheim, right? Well, where's Stormheim? We haven't unlocked it yet. So that's why he's not got it yet. What about the other one? This one. We don't even see anything. Like, it's not even on the fucking map yet, you know? So, you're pretty limited on your traits that you can ultimately open up, you know? My phone's getting awfully hot, so I don't really trust it to really be going much longer here. So, let's talk about some other stuff we can do. Well, you know, let's God, it's toasty. I'm a little worried. Let's go ahead and do a story mission. So this is one of the ones we have open that we're working on right now. We're helping out Vampire Lady. We're gonna fucking dunk on these goddamn Templars here. Yeah, there's a certain point in the game, the difficulty spikes are pretty prominent. You'll go from having a pretty decent team to suddenly hearing that fucking trait thing kick off, because all of these guys have their traits unlocked. All of them are. And you realize, oh, I might be a little bit over my head here. That's actually really that's an annoying sound.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Yeah, these guys can be fucking annoying if you let them get their fucking abilities off. Luckily, let's not do that. So that was 11 plus whatever their attack is, the enemy's attack. So it's like 20, wait, no, 14 plus 12. Yeah, I forgot about that extra magic I get. Oh, I can do this. I've got a 50-50 shot to get him. Nope. Flipped bad.
Mana surge.
That's kind of a good example. Like, again, Ogre's not that powerful still. He's not even, like, he's no better than I am. But getting that many skull matches at once, that'll wall pretty fucking quick. So you see we got some keys there. Ooh, another match 4. Look at that. It went half the board again. What fun. And a treasure map. Man, I don't even need fucking Tiri. It looks like we filled up again. If there's another match 4 on the board somewhere, we'll do that. Yeah. Let's go ahead. There has been a very few amount of times where the little recommendation thing did not tell me there was a match 4. I was deceived by it, but it's rare. Sometimes the game just doesn't pick up on what's actually on the board. And it'll do it to itself too. Like, there'll be a match 4 and it just does a match 3, or a 5 and it does a 4. It sometimes just misses things. Love me the Etten. And I think there'll even be a point where the Etten, if I remember correctly, because I got pretty far when I last played this on the Switch, I think the Etten eventually does lose his potency after a while too. Skulls begin, like, skulls are already not the best way of doing damage anymore, just because we're able to mass damage with them, but a lot of things have 50% damage off as a trait, like stone skin, bark skin. There's a lot of things that will just like shrug off that damage, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Priestess is pretty fucking annoying. She is cleansing, which means removes status effects, giving herself 12 armor, and then barrier. And barrier just means it blocks 1 hit. So she's just kind of beefing her armor up over and over. If we can get some skulls, we can get rid of her, but it's hard to get the fucking skulls together. Especially when there's no colors we actually need here. And I lost out on that again. That would have been a great time to have Ogre here, but he wasn't. There we go. One good clean hit, we're already doing 32 damage. I believe we can finish her before he gets that off. Yep. There she goes. So you get some bonuses. This is where you get a lot of your souls early game. And I do have to warn you, like, souls are... Like, until you hit level 28 and you get exploration open, souls are pretty limited, basically, to the plot and the story, like the story missions and the dailies. Those are about the only two places you can get any. So you have to be really careful about who you level up, you know. The temple erupted into flames. Ha! See how I like that? Wasn't that a little extreme? Do you not sense something wrong with them? I did, yes, else I wouldn't have helped. Let us investigate this temple. What are you hoping to find? Something incriminating, or something valuable. So, most of these plots can be basically wrapped up into you're a doormat, and whoever you run into, you'll just go along with whatever they fucking want. Like, Tiri was fucking robbing us, and so we then ran around and helped her fucking break in and steal stuff from the spiders. Adana here, this place, there was a dwarf who was absolutely fucking nuts, and he kept making robots that was destroying everything, and we just kind of went along with it and helped him do that for no fucking reason other than, you know what, fuck it, we ball. You just kind of end up going along with whoever. This dude was a fucking, how do I even describe this fucking asshole? He was sacrificing people, slaves, en masse to summon eldritch horrors, lost his mind, lost his memory, and has been wandering the desert trying to put things right, I guess. It's really fucked up. Let's see. She was a pirate, and we had to kill a centaur god. Oh, I forgot this was blue and red. This dude, I think, he just kind of like, he was like Tiri. He just kind of helped me, or had me help him rob people. And then this lady fucked up. There's a dryad lady. She left her tree. The tree went nuts, and we had to kill the tree. That was it. So you can kind of see here, like, there's class quest. Let me see this one. Archer. You know, so that's something else you can do. You can open up a new class. I want to talk before we do some treasure hunts. No, not this. I want to talk about the sheer fucking diversity. Let me show you this. Just how many fucking... The insane amount of fucking troops... I fucking shut the game again. The insane amount of troops that are in this. There is something for everyone here. There is something for everyone. Do you want a party of fucking horrors, like the worst horrors imaginable? You can do it. Do you want giants? You can do giants. Do you want furries? There's fucking furries. Do you want actual animals? Do you want that thing? I don't even know what the fuck what that is. Do you want centaurs? Do you want elves? Do you want balls of fire? Do you want robots? Do you want an axolotl? Do you want a beak? You want a bird? There's birds. There's this thing. That's an actual just fucking. That's a straight up demon. That's like out of Doom. That's a demon. Um, there's a million different ways that you can make like a fucking party. Like you just take random shit. You know, like we just take a party and we can just pick random shit. Here's a cactus. Let's see. Here's a fucking mass of spider eggs. Here's I don't fucking know. Here's a bomb. Oh no, that's a lizard. Here's a bomb. Here's uh here's a hag. You can do whatever. You can just make a team out of whatever and see how it rolls, you know? It's so fun to just tinker with this, you know? There's so many different things you can do. And like every unit has traits and an ability that does something that synergizes with something else. Status effects synergize with status effects. Like there are like different regions will do the same status effects, so you can kind of build on that. Some troops will generate yellow gems. Some troops will destroy yellow gems. Some troops will convert them. So, like there's so many ways to customize and have a unique experience. There's so many ways to have different ones. Like look at the fucking fun zone team I've got here. All right, this is a Hellgate. This is a cow that dies. Literally, it fucking dies. Give everyone 3 life, 5 armors, 3 attack, and 2 magic, and sacrifice one. So he's dead. This gives 5 mana and 5 magic everyone once per game. This is the Tome of Evil. It just summons death marks, or hellspawns, I'm sorry. It just summons hellspawns. So we just have this fucking... He stops all the damage. He buries all the demons, and he summons demons. It's a demon summoning team. That's all it is. And it's so cool. Let me talk about my man. What was his fucking face here? Let me find him here. You've got things like Tiri, where all it does is give you money. You know? That's its entire fucking function, is to just generate more money for you, more resources. Someone I don't have, whom is really, really important. Let me find her. See how long it takes. You see the Times Roman letter over there? Like, the whole UI just screams low effort. But the game is so good. Banshee. Banshee's super important, especially if you can manage to pull her early game, because she generates souls for you. This is one of the best way to get a whole bunch of extra souls per fight, you know, especially if you're doing a lot of exploration and for trait stones. This is a great way to get extra souls. And that kind of the only limitation I found of this game, particularly recently when I came back in. Let's talk about these extra game modes. I don't think I'm going to cover PvP tonight. I might a little bit because this thing's really fucking hot. But there's different ways to play. There's pet rescue. Pets are another kind of layer to the bonus stuff you can get on there. They're kind of a bit more esoteric though. Soulforge, you can just make stuff if you have the proper materials. Whoops. Underspire is kind of cool. It's this roguelike thing. You just keep running around rooms and fighting battles. Let's see. Gnome Vault I haven't done yet. I don't remember what that is. There's dungeons. There's world quests, which are fucking bitch. That's how you unlock these. But this is kind of where you get really stuck for a while early game. Because Luther will give you the... What one was it? Oh, I don't even remember which one it was. Oh, the fucking medal. There's even a bond like this thing. You can have badges and medals. They give you more bonus stuff. But because the fucking fight was such a pain in the ass, I had to sit there until like yesterday, until I had a fucking effective team to deal with that fucking fuck-ass team. All of these quests were stuck. So I couldn't unlock the dungeon, I couldn't unlock the gnome vault, I couldn't unlock the treasure hunts, which are so fucking fun and a great way to get extra resources. This is a whole other fucking game in here, folks. It's another match 3, but it's a completely different fucking match 3. This one is a match 3 in combination with, what was that game? 2048, I think it was. So you're matching things, pennies, or copper, silver, gold, bags of gold, and then
Extra turn.
it's so fucking nice. And even, I love how the announcer guy even is like super chill. It's like, this is a great way to like unwind. This is what the treasure maps are for, by the way. That's like how you play this game mode. It's just such a nice way to relax and unwind after like getting your shit kicked in repeatedly.
Extra turn.
Oh, I love it. Just inject it in my veins. And this is another like a great way
Extra turn.
to get some souls. Now the problem with this is, besides the fact that it's stuck behind like this, like you can't pick which world quest you do to unlock these modes. You're just stuck with the order that you get them. But on top of that, exploration is unlocked until your character is level 28. Not your kingdom, not your team, not your troops. You are level 28, which takes a while. Treasure hunting is unlocked at level 51. Now the big problem with this is this was, back in like 2018, the quick way for a new player to get a lot of stuff put together and get his team up. And like, you might think, okay, why would you really need to do that if you already got a good team? The problem is sometimes, like, especially you don't really know how to play yet, you may not have a good team. In fact, you may have spread your resources out too thin and not realize that there were like team type and kingdom bonuses that would help you out, or traits or anything like that. Or maybe you got a guy whose traits all suck or something. And you may just not you may not have a team that can go anywhere anymore, and you have to then go back and make a new one. You have to go back and put a whole new team together. And if you don't have the souls for that, you're going to be pretty well fucking stuck for a while. So it seems pretty heavily, and I know why it is, alright? Like, I don't think we've actually seen a pop-up yet, or maybe we have and I've just closed it so quick I didn't even notice because it's second nature, but the game wants your money. It's free to play, but it's pay to win. Now, granted, it's only single player, so that doesn't really hold a lot of water. There's not a lot of dick measuring as far as I can tell. In fact, you can entirely ignore the fact that other people exist. Like, I've never opened the chat. There are, like, factions or guilds or player whatevers in the game, but I've not joined one, and I don't really care to join one, because there doesn't really seem... I don't know what the goal would be, It's a single-player game, functionally, so... There's not a lot of dick measuring, which means you don't really, unless you're one of those people who has to, spend money to solve your problems, you're not really ever incentivized to spend money on this game, which is fine, I appreciate when games are good enough that if they need customers to patronize them, the option's there, but it's not forced. Like, Warframe was very good about that, you could absolutely spend real money on weapons or whatever in that game, but everything was accessible for free. Everything you needed, Same with TF2, right? You can spend money on hats. You can spend a couple bucks to get a premium account, but all of the weapons are going to be available at some point to you for free, you know, with the drop system. That's good. That's an okay way of handling that. I've never once put any money in any game, so that's why I'm talking from. But you can see we're just upgrading our chests. Once we run out of turns, we'll get our rewards and we'll see what we get. We also get trade stones from this. I forgot you actually open up trade stones, but by this point, you like if you've been doing explorations enough, you should have a pretty good supply of trade stones. I don't even think they're the ones we really need.
Extra turn.
There's pirates if you want to play fucking pirates too. I'm trying to think of the other factions. There's like I think with the vampire lady we're seeing all of the generic human village mob people. So if you wanted to play generic humans versus like werewolves, that's an option for you. Like there's just like it's like Magic. Like if you like or if you did back when there were actual trading card game, not fucking licensed IPs everywhere. If you liked Magic because you could just make a deck out of whatever and roll with it, this is a good game for you.
Extra turn.
Alright. So with the treasure maps, yeah, I think I'm out of turns. With these matchings, a match of 4 will not deduct a turn from you, or I guess it'll reimburse you. Matching 5 will give you an extra turn. So matching 5 is always way more important. So yeah, look at all that stuff we got. Alright, let's talk about chests real quick. This is the main way you get stuff. And you have... I would say... Well, there's 7 keys here, but I've only really seen 1, 2, 3 of them. Gold keys are the ones you're going to see the most. You can actually spend money on those, which I don't typically do. And we got a monster. Look at this guy. That's actually still... It's an Armaham from Final Fantasy. And it's from Karakoth, which is the land of demons and nightmares. Deals 4 damage to the enemy. If there are 13 or more purple gems, deals triple damage, creates a dark storm. And a dark storm creates purple gems. So, this is a good guy if you want more purple gems. This is a good one that, like, if you have a team for a lot of purple gems. These guys, I'm not sure. I was on the assumption gems. VIP chests, huh? Where are those? Oh, this thing? Oh, okay. You gotta be paid for that. So you can use them to open a couple chests. I think that's kind of the premium currency, but like you get a ton. Like I've got 1,000 just by collecting them. You know, haven't really spent them anywhere. So yeah, I think that generally covers everything. We've got the season pass over here, generic bullshit. This thing's kind of interesting though because it gives you bonuses. You know, as if we needed any more numbers. There's more right here. Trying to think what else. It's a great game. Hero level, we have another fucking I think that's just the one and done pass. Like you just at each level you get something new. There are more games in here. I haven't really played too many of them. I'll leave that. If this is something that's interesting to you, you know, you can go try yourself. There's also PvP. I guess we could do a PvP very fast. I'll kind of show it off. So you have quick battles down here. You just kind of pick out who you fight. So we can try fighting this guy here because I think... Oh yeah, here's my old team. Look it. Alright, so we've got Ogre at top, Stone Giant, Fortress Gate, which is what you've seen before. This is what he was used for. And then Taraxis. So how this worked was... Oh shit, no. We're missing someone. Who was it? Someone would change... No. No, this is right. The old meta I had was Taraxis would change the blue gems to brown, and then Stone Giant would use those brown gems and destroy them for extra damage. So it kind of worked. Normally Taraxis was the one to delete. But these guys are all old hats, so we're going to take them out. And we're going to throw ourselves in. This is one of those games, by the way. You can 100% cheese your team. I don't really know how it calculates your total stats, but you can have a team of weenies and then one really big guy. That was always kind of like the establishment. Do you want a clown? You can have a clown. You can have a clown, a centipede. You can just go by this row. So you can have this weird fuck here, a clown, and a giant centipede for your team. It's fun. Fun things. I guess I took the Stone Giant off on accident. Oh, there he is. Okay. Ferret, that's the guy from Karakoth who went nuts. He's actually really interesting. I like his ability because he goes for the last enemy. So some guys go for the first enemy. Some guys will do splash damage to everyone. Some guys will hit like one guy and do a little bit of damage to the two adjacent. He goes for the last one, and there's a couple fights specifically where that's really, really important to get the guy in last. Because let me finish fucking around here. There's the Etten. That's who I was missing. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Oh, good. It's fucking goblins. I hate goblins. Everything can do an extra turn. Disgusting. So the top guy will hit the top guy. When there's a match, so he's blue, and he's blue, and he's blue, right? They're all blue. The match goes to the top and works its way down. Alright, so the mana starts with Ogre, and then once Ogre's filled, it goes to Etten, and then from Etten, it goes to Stone Giant, if there's anything left. So if it's only 3, it all goes to Ogre. So that's how that kind of works, right? So there are times where the guy in the bottom, like, for example, this guy here, looks pretty fucking beefy, looks like he's going to be a problem, so it would probably be best to take him out before anyone else.
Mana surge.
Can he devour? Remove all gems chosen color, gain 8 life, boosted by gems removed, summon a goblin. Ugh. Okay, I can see why he's at the bottom.
Mana surge.
Oh good, Etten's charged up again, so let's just fire him off. Luckily, summon. So summoning is an interesting mechanic here because like you could essentially have a smaller party and allow extra guys to be summoned in. The problem is if you don't have those, like if you don't have a copy of them developed, you're gonna get like generic shit. Like this guy is level 9, level 19, right? So it's not gonna be as helpful as you might think. Oh, good. I'm sensing a theme here.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
And just like that, it's a full fucking team. And again, all these guys are weaker now, so it should be quicker to get through them. It's just annoying. Luckily, Ettin's ready to go. And you can see Stone Giant really isn't doing much of anything anymore. Occasionally, we'll get a green match and he'll get an ability off, but it's extremely rare these days. My next goal for this team is to get some red giants, because that's the my dude here has a trait. He gets extra life for red allies. Alright, so that's probably going to be best. Yeah.
Mana surge.
Yeah, you could probably argue this is one of those weird squib fights. Because I'm matching him right now, but only the last guy.
Mana surge.
Goblin King's yeet his last haul. Kabloom. I have no idea how much damage that was, but it was over 60. Yeah. It was fun. Now, an interesting thing with PvP, probably the last thing we'll talk about tonight. You can see, like, Idana has yellow, Southwide is green, Garen is blue. So these are specific to what kind of dudes you can take. Most people don't have teams set up for this, right? They've just got whatever. Or, like, because this is a game of your guys, like, if you're playing one particular color, like, I love the color brown. I love brown teams. I don't really use yellow. I don't have a lot of yellow guys developed. So hilarity can ensue here when you've got a team of 500 versus a team of 3,400, and you can kind of imagine what's about to happen here. Because like most of these guys are, hey, they're my regular dudes. They're my giants. So you get shit like this. Oh, and then these fucking dragon, these just blow up a whole like 3 columns for some reason. I don't know why they're here, but they're funny like that. like that. It's immediately over. Free fucking VP points or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Do I feel bad about kicking puppies? No. Good old ogre. But anyway, That's Gems of War. I'll open our chest real quick here. Oh, good, just trade stone. Fuck. I hope that what I've talked about here interests you. I hope you try it. I hope you go give it a shot because it's definitely a lot of fun. It's a very interesting game for just how generic it looks again. Don't let its weirdly like 2008's UI setup and pattern distract from that. It is a fun game. I guarantee you'll have fun with it. It's frustrating. It cheats. It's not fair, but it will challenge you to give it a shot if you want to rise to that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go. It's only 11. Holy shit! I can do a whole other stream. Fuck. I'm gonna go because my phone's fucking cooking here. All right. I'm fucking surprised just that like stream's not dead yet. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna let my phone cool off, and maybe we might do Metroid Fusion. I have to finish the Sax fight because the stream crashed last night before I could do that. So if it cools off in time, we might do that. Otherwise, we'll just do it, maybe a quick stream tomorrow. It's like I've got like one fight that's 5 minutes left. You know, I just want to see what my time is for the end game. That's it. So, otherwise, have a good evening.